In this lesson, I will show you how to optimize our previous page for desktop or bigger screens. That means I'm going to introduce you to another thing in CSS, and that is the media query. The media query is used to make sure that the CSS code written inside it is only displayed by gadgets with screen that is 768 pixels or more, and they will not be applied on any device that is smaller than 768 pixels. That is what we are using this to achieve. As we write it here, we write at media screen and mean width to 768 pixels. So what we want to achieve with that, whatever we write in this media query will only be applied to our page in only screens that are 768 pixels in size or bigger. So anyone that is lesser will not be affected by the CSS we write within here, will not affect smaller screens. So media query is useful to make responsive websites by making different designs to appear based on the screen size of the device we are using at a moment. All the CSS code here will only be effective on devices like tablets and other devices with bigger screen. We are using a class attribute to select an HTML tag, and what we do is we just write .row as usual, and we set its display property to flex to make it scalable and mobile friendly. We set its flex direction to row, right? As you see it here. If you remember, we did something before where we write flex direction colon reverse, right? We need to switch it back to its normal position, right? When it is on the desktop or big screens. So that is why we are doing this. By setting it back to row, it will go back to its normal position. That is what we use that one to achieve. We only displayed the menu, which is for the desktop. What we want to do now is to do the reverse. We are going to hide the mobile menu when it is on big screens and display the one that is meant for big screen when our page is on big screens. So that is what we are doing. We now set the display property of mobile menu to display none, so it will not appear again on big screens that is 768 pixel or bigger. So it can only display on anyone that is smaller. That is it. Don't forget, in this case too, we use dot menu and anchor tag to select this anchor tag, our anchor tag here. So that is what we do, because that is descendant selector, as I have explained earlier on, and we are setting some properties of the anchor tag. That is what we are doing here. The next thing we want to do is to interact with the anchor tag. We want to change some things. You can see they are underlined. We don't want that. We don't want to change the font family or whatever. We may want to change those ones. So that is what we want to do here. Now we set the margin to 10 pixels. Anytime you write margin like this, what you are saying is margin top should be 10 pixels, margin right should be 10 pixels, margin bottom should be 10 pixels, and margin left should be 10 pixels. That is what you are saying by doing it this way. So that is it. And we have text decoration. Text decoration has to do with the line, these anchor tags we have for menu or for navigation, the underline they have. That is what we use to control it. In this case, we are setting the text decoration to none so that the underline will disappear. That is what we want. That is what we want. And at the same time, we want to set the color of the text of this anchor tag to white. So what we do here is to just change the color to white, HFFF, that is white. I will explain how to understand and how to go about using hexadecimal and other color property later. So that is it. The next thing we want to do is we are using another descendant selector to select our H2, right? So we are setting the margin of the H2 to margin top of that H2 tag to 100 pixel and its width to 700 pixel, and its line height to 35 pixel. But let me tell you something. When you want to set line height is the distance between a line of text and the one next to it. Like this text now, this text decoration is the first line, the second one, this color is what is the next line. This distance between them is known as line height. So if you want to set it, you can just do the size of that font multiply by 1.5. So when you do that, you can get a useful line height, a good line height for your text. So you can do it that way, and you can also play with it. So let's stick to that. The next thing we are going to do to make this thing look good as we want it is the wrapper for the image. We have to move it a bit to the left and a bit downward. So we set its margin left to 140 pixel and its margin top to 60 pixel, and we are able to move it a bit to the right. That is what we want, and it now looks like we want it. So we are done with this header section. Now we are going to main and just complete what we have started. See you in the next lesson. Bye for now. Hooray! See you.